Mermaids and a few amazing mermen. Hello, hello, hello. So, yesterday on Instagram, I was sharing that on my Instagram stories, I was sharing that I live my life and I run my business for the most part, as much as I can, through my crystalline light body. And then I put out a poll in the next story saying, are you familiar with the crystalline light body? Do you know what it is? And actually, the majority of people who answered, no, what's that? So I wanted to share with you actually a video describing a little bit and explaining a little bit about what the crystalline light body is. So what I'm sharing with you today is not something that I've read in a book. It's not something that I'm just listening to other spiritual teachers about and regurgitating, although really there's nothing wrong with that per se. This is actually things that I feel intuitively, that I felt come through in my experience of working with this technology. And so you can feel into if it resonates with you or not. This is just my own personal experience of what has come through. So the crystalline light body, we have different light bodies. When we start walking our spiritual path, we learn about the chakras and we learn about the aura. But actually, our energetic bodies are so much more, I don't want to say complicated, but so much more like juicy and yummy and complex than just, okay, we have chakras and we have an aura. We actually can have several light bodies, and we have different technologies in our energy fields that we can activate and wake up. And the crystalline light body is one of them. So if you want to just feel into what crystalline energy would feel like, you can feel into like a really beautifully charged clear quartz crystal. And imagine that that clear quartz crystal has been charged up in the sun, and it has like little diamond, like rainbow facets in it. You know, you get some of those crystals and you can actually see the rainbows in it, how the light comes through. So imagine that that is happening. And then this crystal just kind of turns into this liquid light. This crystal, this clear quartz, kind of just like dissolves into this liquid light, and it starts to dance and flow through you. And it flows through the lands and it flows through your cells. And just imagine what that would feel like. That is sort of what crystalline, crystalline plasma, crystalline energy feels like. And crystalline energy, what I got in my meditation this morning, is crystalline energy is actually a building block, per se, of high dimensional realities. So it's actually a foundational element, this crystalline plasma, a foundational element of creation, especially in these higher vibrational, higher dimensional realities. And it's something that all of us have been gifted from Source, is our crystalline light bodies and our ability to navigate reality and life in the multiverse through these crystalline light bodies. So we all have access to these crystalline light bodies, and we can all activate them, and we can all bring them online, and we can all start to celebrate them and experience our aura just vibrating with this crystalline plasma energy. And when that happens, we start to upgrade our realities, and we start to be able to vibrationally match crystalline timelines. So if we want to experience really beautiful realities, and we want to experience business success, but like true business success, like we're spiritually fulfilled as well as financially fulfilled. And if we want to experience synchronicities where our soul family just pop into our lives and we get invited to these beautiful high vibrational events, and we feel deeply connected to Gaia, and we end up living in these most beautiful, places that resonate with this beautiful frequency. If we want that for our lives, if we want those crystalline timelines, those crystalline experiences, then we have to activate and start to integrate our crystalline light body. So how do we activate the crystalline light body? So the key to activating the crystalline light body is in the crystalline DNA. That is sort of like the bridge, because we all have a crystalline light body. We can all activate it and integrate it, but we have to take the appropriate steps. Okay? So it's kind of like, Okay, say someone just died, not the most beautiful example, but say someone just died, and their, lifeless body is lying there, but you're aware that their spirit is kind of hanging out around their body. And you are aware that there's the spirit there that has just left the body, and there's the body. But they're not integrated, because if the spirit was integrated to the body would have life, and that body would be alive with the spirit, like how I am right now, right? So we can see that there's either a connection or a disconnection, an integration or a disintegration. Try that's the word. So when we're talking about the crystalline light body, we all have access, we all have this crystalline light body. But if in this example, like I said, like that body and that spirit, that body and the crystalline light body, say, are not integrated, then they're still sort of separate. Even though they're connected, they're separate. So what we want to do to actually integrate the crystalline light body and really like have it running through our field and have it running through our toroidal field and have us being able to experience life in crystalline 5D reality is we activate the bridge, which is the DNA. So the DNA for most humans are still operating from their carbon-based DNA. The carbon-based DNA has like a density. Carbon-based DNA holds trauma, it holds memory from the lineage, and it holds a lot of old programming and old codes. And it's still amazing because it can still operate a human body and do amazing things, but it is, the DNA that's associated with like more 3D life, old paradigm life, right? And then we have the crystalline DNA, which is sort of like our true DNA, our true nature. We're really just talking about a return, a reclamation to our true nature, of our true nature. So we want to activate the crystalline DNA, and the crystalline DNA is the one who, crystalline DNA has like this very multi-dimensional awareness. Oh, Doris here. Hi, love. Doris says, love that the DNA is the bridge. Absolutely. Amazing. I don't see, it says that nobody's live with me, so I'm glad somebody's live because I think Facebook's just a bit weird. So if you are live and I can't see who's live, just say hello. Or if you're on replay, say hello. I'd love to hear from you. So yeah, the DNA is the bridge. And the crystalline DNA is the DNA that we want to be operating from. It is this multi-dimensional rainbow crystalline energy of light. And it organizes not just the physical body, but also the energy bodies and the aura, the field, the energy fields, in coherence and in alignment with source energy and our higher selves and our I am presence and our Christed selves. So that's what we want to be running the show. Okay, so now so what we've done so far is like, okay, crystalline light body. Yes, want it. Okay, how do we integrate the crystalline light body? DNA, activate the crystalline DNA. Awesome, great. And now the question is, well, then how do we activate the crystalline DNA? So the main way, or the most important thing for crystalline DNA activation is an open heart. So an open heart and love, and the vibration of love is the single most important variable, the single most important ingredient for activating crystalline DNA. So the more that we love ourselves, the more that we say, oh, I didn't do this morning like I said I was going to do. Okay, we can beat ourselves up about that we maybe didn't do our meditation practice this morning, and therefore we're clearly not on the right path and going to have a shitty day. Or we can say, oh, I love myself. I love that, I wish that I meditated, but really I just love myself anyway. Let loving myself right now be my meditation practice. I'm willing to love myself. I'm willing to love the part of me that's frustrated with myself. I'm willing to love the part of me that's frustrated with my roommate who keeps banging stuff in the kitchen. And I'm just trying to start my day. I'm willing to love myself. So the more that we open the heart and the more that we actually practice love, the more that we allow, light moving through our heart to activate the crystalline DNA to begin to integrate the crystalline light body so we can have those crystalline experiences on those crystalline timelines. So love, very simply, is the key ingredient that we would want in order to activate the crystalline DNA. Love, I love myself, I love all beings, I'm willing to forgive myself, I'm willing to forgive all beings. And there's a lot more to it than that. The other most important ingredient for activating the crystalline DNA is invocation and consciously activating the crystalline DNA. So to consciously activate the crystalline DNA can be very simple. We can go, and you can repeat after me if you'd like. Higher self, thank you for activating my crystalline DNA now. DNA, thank you for awakening into your crystalline form now. I activate my crystalline DNA. Through love, I activate my crystalline DNA. Crystalline DNA, wake up. So let me know if you just repeated that with me, if you just said that out loud, or if you said that internally. Let me know live or on replay in the comments. Yes, I just activated my crystalline DNA. I want to witness you. I want to see you live or on replay, no matter what platform this is on. Go ahead and let me know. And out loud, in my experience, is really, really powerful. So I'm like a whale mermaid being, right? So I'm all about sound, because the whales and the mermaids and that, blue energy, blue turquoise energy is all about sound and the power of sound. So when we use the power of sound through invocation out loud, I activate my crystalline DNA now. Then miracles can happen because we're using our consciousness and sound together. Dora, yay, Dora just activated her crystalline DNA. Amazing. So I have so much more to share about this, and I will be sharing what we're about to do. What the Mermaid Moon Temple is about to do is we're about to unleash this, I think it's going to be 5 months now. It's supposed to be 4 months, but I think it's going to be 5 months journey called, and it's not open yet, so you can't even check it out, but I want to let you know that it's coming up, the Crystalline Path of the Divine Entrepreneur. So what we're about to do and get into, we're going to have a free workshop, to really get into this, but then we're going to have months-long experience of activating the crystalline light body for business success, for sacred business success, and just to live a life of freedom. And I'm going to go so much deeper with you about how we're going to activate the crystalline DNA, how we're going to integrate the crystalline light body, what that has to do with business success, what that has to do with attracting clients, everything. Because when we live in our crystalline light body, when it's activated, when it's integrated, when we can feel the crystalline codes of the lands and the waters, when we can feel the 5D reality on Earth right now, we naturally plug into abundance. We naturally become a magnet for soulmate clients and soul family. And we naturally just become, Dora says, sounds amazing. Yeah. And Dora, I have something to tell the Divine Feminine and business people that I still haven't told you yet. So that's super exciting about this journey. So yeah, we just naturally become this. And it's not just about, so many business teachers, I'm a spiritual business coach, but I'm so different than most business coaches who are spiritual or spiritual business coaches, because I'm not just interested in helping you, have an amazing business with amazing clients and you feel really aligned with what you're doing. Yeah, I want all of that. Absolutely. But what I'm really, really interested in as well is freedom codes, is the liberation of all beings. I want you to feel like you are living a free life. I'm here right now from Costa Rica. I'm about to go out and, on the town to have fun and, maybe go to the beach for sunset and just be free and live free and run into people and have a photo shoot on the beach tomorrow and not work too much, but just work the amount that makes me so happy. And, just feeling connected to source and feeling connected to the divine and feeling immense gratitude every day. And it's not just about business success that I want for people at all. It's about this experience, this living experience of freedom, this living experience of crystalline reality, where you open your eyes and you can see that actually the earth is a phenomenally beautiful, magical place, because we need ourselves, we need all of our energy fields to upgrade so we can live here, which is going to change change the grid of the earth and actually naturally bring everyone into liberation. The more that you and I liberate ourselves and operate with these freedom codes, the more that all beings may be liberated. And a huge piece of that liberation involves our relationships as humans with money and with our careers, because that's a huge piece that has sort of stopped us from feeling like we're free. We feel like we don't own our time. We feel like money is stressful. We feel like money is hard. These are lower chakra issues that really stop us from allowing that light to pour through. And there's reasons for this. There's multidimensional reasons for this. There's other races that have been involved. There's slavery codes that have been embedded in our DNA. There's a lot involved. And we're going to get into all of this in the new program, The Crystalline Path of Divine Entrepreneurship. We're going to get into what other races have embedded into our DNA. We're going to get into clearing slavery codes. We're going to get into the whole shebang. So when you graduate, if you join us, you're going to feel so much more than business success. Although, yes, please, because that's such a huge part of it. You're going to feel like the real you has started to emerge in your body and in your life like never before. And you're like a power, like, whoa, watch out kind of thing. How powerful are you? So let me know. Nikki's here. Hi, love. So let me know if you want more information about the Crystalline Path of Divine Entrepreneurship. Comment crystal on this video. Just type in crystal and I will make a note of it, and I'll make sure to send you all the information when it becomes available for the Crystalline Path of Divine Entrepreneurship. We're going to be launching soon. It's going to be end of March that this journey is live, and I'm really, really excited about it. So thank you for hanging out and learning about your crystalline light body, and let's finish off with an invocation just using the power of sound, and you can repeat after me. Also, my nose is just stuffy. If you're feeling like, Beth, are you stuffy? Yes, it's kind of annoying. Anyway, we love it, right? We're gonna use that key of love and an open heart, right, to activate crystalline DNA. I love my stuffy nose. Okay, so you can repeat after me. I activate my crystalline DNA now. I activate my crystalline angelic wings now. I activate my Christed self now. I open up to crystalline reality now. I am willing to feel the 5D New Earth template now. I am willing to anchor onto crystalline timelines now. All right, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. So many blessings. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you want to learn more about the crystalline, beautiful, magical course of love for entrepreneurs, type crystal below and I'll let you know. All right, so much love, so many blessings. See you soon.